Another concept we need to talk about is corporate image. Most of you just came out of marketing class, so you're probably thinking that corporate image is the brand as far as everything we do or say, and that's partly true, but we're not really talking about brands in the sense of products, although the products can enhance the brand I'm talking about. We're talking about it as a brand, as an employer. Now, as the HR person, this is HR, our goal is to attract and retain good employees. So, what would be more important than thinking about the corporate image? And look at this, how employees, potential employees, and yes, the community, how they view the company as an employer. So as an HR manager, this is a very important concept, because if your reputation, your brand as an employer is bad, who's going to want to work for you? You'll be the last. That would be the last place you would go. A person would go for employment. So, if we are going to attract and retain good employees, we got to maintain the corporate image. And yes, it's very similar. Everything you do or say affects the corporate image. Are you going to have layoffs? What about fires? Fired employees? What about pay cuts? What about paying cheap? You don't pay any money. You don't think of the employees. You just pay them the minimal amount, and that affects your corporate image. Now, I don't think you'll see this. I haven't seen it. But I look at it this way. When it comes to corporate image, it can be on different levels. Think about it. Countries. Countries have different reputations as being employers. We have a company up north that recruits people from here, and they go up there and work, and actually didn't work out too well the last time. So they were thinking, hey, I'm going to go work in this great place, and then shucks, they abused them, or at least that's what they said. And now the corporate image, nobody wants to go anymore. So corporate image could be on a country basis. It could also be on a regional basis. North, south, east, west, and as far as our country goes. Is there employment differences, corporate image differences? Do potential employees have a view of working up north? Is that different than Belize City or Cayo, or is there a different overall corporate image in different areas, different regions? Also, you have industry, such as banks. You could even put schools there, the schools in general. Banks. What about agriculture? Some of you might be accounting majors. That would do different industries treat their people differently. Some industries might treat their people harsh, rough, replaceable, bad. Or in some industries might treat their employees overall really good. Then we have the company. And this is more what we're talking about here, the company and their HR department. What is the corporate image of a given company? Is it good or bad? And why? Well, as we've already said, you need to maintain a corporate image, or else nobody's going to go to a good one, or nobody's going to go work for you, or you'd just be the last in line. So I can think of a well-known company in town that has a great reputation as an employer. They give the shuttle rides to work. They have the gym, they have the cafe, they have the self-improvement this and the self-improvement that. They pay well because they can, which came first. And then I can think of a company. Call centers really don't have a great reputation. So the attitude of going to work for the call center would be totally different than going to the other company. And we'll get into that in a second. You can imagine maybe you get a job somewhere, and how would you tell your grandma about it? Grandma, I got a job at the so-and-so place. And if it had a good corporate image and they were great, son or daughter, give them an honest day's work. They're good people. You have a long future with them if you do everything right. Do not let them down. Or does grandma say, oh, I'm sorry. It probably won't last too long. Maybe you should already go ahead and start looking for another job while you're working there. I'm so sorry you have to endure that place. So, corporate image can be on a company. It can also be in a division or a department. Some departments might have a little subculture that's really positive and they do great things for the people. Then another department, you don't want to go there. And then it can also come down to the manager, the individual manager. I remember wanting to change my shift at the major corporation, and there were postings on the wall. That was one of the perks. We'll try to hire from within. If you're interested, go apply for it. And I saw the manager's name, and mentioned it to some of my friends, and they said, "Oh, you're gonna love her. She's great, man. You're gonna love it. Go do it. Go do it." And there was also maybe those times where I was thinking of another place. Don't go there. Don't go there. So HR, we're talking about corporate image and the brand as an employer and how potential and current and even society sees you. And it's not just HR as a department, like you're the HR person. It also comes down to the manager. And that will be the case for many of you watching this video. You're either the manager now or you're going to become the manager, and shucks, you need to think about your corporate image or nobody's going to want to work for you. So all of this corporate image affects the incoming attitudes of employees. Every little thing you do or say will affect your corporate image. If all of this. So, as an employee, think of yourself. You had many job opportunities. You thought through each one, and you were judging and ranking them on corporate image. So, if your incoming attitude, how would it be affected? Well, if it's a great company, you want to stay there a long time. You want to do your best. Don't get into trouble. Go above. I want to be there a long time. If the corporate image is bad, I'm just going to be here until I pay the rent and get another job. It'll also affect the employees on whether they're going to be honest or a thief. I think I can say that. That's a great company. Don't screw it up. This company is horrible. Steal what you can while you're there, right? It really goes on. Is the employee going to be proud, or are they going to be ashamed? Now, keep in mind the corporate image is a mix of different things, and in some cases in town, if you look around town, do the employees, they have uniforms, are they proud, or are they ashamed? That affects the whole attitude, the incoming attitudes of the employees. I can think of some employees, and this was me back in the day. I was proud to wear the uniform. Can you think of, or you, maybe we'll just go with you. Do you have a uniform, and do you wear it to the grocery late on Friday night? Or do you wear it to, before we go home, let's stop off here to show everybody that I work at this place. Also goes into effort. Here again, HR has to manage the corporate image, because if the incoming employee thinks highly of the company, it's a great opportunity, they'll give a lot of effort. If the image is bad, they're not going to try that hard. They know this is a bad situation, not even going to try, they're going to get fired anyway, right? And another thing is, related, are they going to be loyal? Or are they already gone? That's psychological withdrawal. I'll touch on that in another video, I guess. Well, I'll do it right now. Psychological withdrawal. They're on the job, physically present, at the cubicle, at the desk, at the cash register, but mentally they are gone. They're not engaged, they don't care. They can't wait to leave, they just can't leave yet. They haven't found another job. So mentally, they don't care. They're just there to get the paycheck. They're mentally gone. Psychological withdrawn. So, now, highlighting again corporate image and its importance. If it's bad, all you're going to get is the desperate people that need a job. If it's good, you could end up with all of the good ones. And not only that, but if it's bad and the desperates, you're only going to get maybe one applicant. And if it's good, man, you ever heard of the company that they have one job opening and thousands of people want that job? Well, a lot of that's due to corporate image. A lot of people want to work there. It's a great place to work. So I want you to think about all of this. And we'll be doing the midterm paper and be thinking about the corporate image of where you work. What about these things? How did they impact you when you first started there? How do they impact you now? Could the company improve its corporate image to attract better people and to keep them, attract and retain? And how could they make things better? It doesn't have to cost a lot of money to show you care.